Good afternoon and welcome to Kelly's Cooking on the Cheap. Today I am doing some couple of banana ingredient desserts, and because as you can tell my bananas are about done. So the first thing I'm going to do is a 2-ingredient cookie, peanut butter and banana. And first I am going to mash up my banana. And I do have my oven preheated already at 375. Actually, I'm sorry, 350. So I'm mashing up my banana, and I think it called for 1/4 of a cup. So I'm just doing whatever one banana is. If it's a little bit more, that is totally fine with me. And then next I am needing 1/2 cup of peanut butter. And I'm using the natural peanut butter I got from Sam's. So let's see. Actually, that's 1/3 cup. I need 1/2. Wrong one. Here we go. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I'm enjoying a very light weekend due to no football or band. And I don't know if my boy's happy or not. And he's saying, shaking his head, no. I guess he'd much rather have had one or both to do this weekend, because I think he's bored. And he's shaking his head yes. So I figured I'd put him to use and be my cameraman for part of the video at least. Keep him busy. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to just stir it up the best I can. And I think the yield is about 8 to 10 bananas, I think. 8 to 10 bananas. 8 to 10 cookies. I can tell I haven't had much activity today, or my brain is fried from walking 3 miles in a parade yesterday with the band, handing out water. My doggies are tired. Sore. Alright, so here's what it's looking like. And let me start. So I've got my handy dandy cookie scooper. I'm not sure what size it is, but we're going to make balls out of them. So my goal, let's see, we'll see how many we do get. We might get more. And there's a chunky banana in there. Make it all that much better. I think my boy's probably happy I can at least count. 3, 6, 7. 8. 9. We might get 11 out of here. Let me scrape the bottom of the barrel. All right, there we go. Oh, we might get 12. Hey, how about that? Waste not. All right, so I was going to try making the crisscross, but I am not doing too good. I should have brought some flour out. All right, so I'm going to put this in a preheated oven for 350 for about 10 minutes. So here we go. Get my timer. And started. And while that's cooking, I am going to start my banana bread. Last time, if you saw the video, I made some banana muffins with almond flour instead of regular flour, and even though they tasted good, they didn't turn out so good. If you go back and look at it, they kind of sunk in. So we're going to try this. I've got my loaf pan ready. There's another piece of stoneware. I just sprayed it a little with some oil. I've got my flour mixture ready, which is 2 cups of almond flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, a tablespoon of cinnamon, and just a couple twists of salt. I've got 3 eggs ready. Now I'm going to add in a couple of bananas, which they tore on me when I was getting them ready. There's one. And I know it said to have them mashed already, but we'll just use the handy dandy mixer to mash them up before I add the other couple things. All right, to finish it off, I am going to add a couple of tablespoons of sweetener, and I'm using stevia sweetener that I had picked up at Aldi. Actually, I need 4 of these. These are the half. All right, so there's that. And some, it calls for pure vanilla, but I've got the extract. So I think it was a tablespoon. I'm just pouring to your heart's content. All right, so got that. And I think instead of the, if you didn't want to use stevia, you could use honey. And what does my boy want? He's over here tapping my shoulder. Yeah, my boy's special, but that's fine. All right, so I'm going to gradually add the dry ingredients. All the cinnamon's down at the bottom. Didn't get mixed up very good. Well, almost done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I did post a survey earlier in the week, maybe it was last weekend, about what kind of videos you might want to see me do. And right now I've only got 2 comments on it. One being a 1-pot dinner meal, and then 1 fall desserts. So if you want to help me break the tie and answer, please feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to be working on probably the 1-pot meals dishes later in the week. So help free, but I might throw in the fall dessert here and there as well. So let me know what you all think. So let me dish this in here. And then we'll be just waiting on the cookies to be done. Got about 5 minutes left. we'll come back once the cookies are done and I get this in the oven, and maybe I'll get my boy to help taste test the cookies with me. So we'll be back shortly with traded out desserts in the oven. All right, I'm trying this again. I thought I was videoing it. I goofed. These are done. I let them cook for a few minutes longer, and the bread is in the oven. It's going to be cooking for about 24 minutes, so we'll check it when it's done. But my boy's helping me out. Granted, as you can see, there's one missing because we thought we were taping, so we're going to try another one. So here's my boy. Tell me, how is it?
Good.
Good? Do it again?
Yeah.
All right. So he's been doing his own video, or YouTube video, and what is it again?
JP Sports Corner.
So go check it out. He did 3 today.
Yeah.
So we'll come back once the bread's done and see how it looks. Well, we're back to finish up the 2 desserts that I made with bananas. And here's the banana bread. I probably cooked it a couple minutes too long, but we'll check her out. I've let it sit for a few minutes out of the oven, start cooling. So let's see. Hey, it came out with a little bite at the bottom missing. That's all right. It's still steaming. Pan's still hot, but as you can tell with the cookies, we've kind of plowed through them. The cookies almost remind me of a banana. You put peanut butter on it. So it's a good kind of, I guess you could say, somewhat healthy dessert. And it just has bananas and peanut butter. But here's the bread. Let's make a couple slices and see how it turned out. I think it would have been better if I had chocolate chips. Everything's better with chocolate chips. But, alright, here's what it looks inside. And I'll take a little bite off the end. And one for my boy. It's good. Maybe a little dry. But if you could always heat it up, toast it, and put a little butter on it, and make it better. But thank you for joining us. Tomorrow I'm hoping to put out a video on ramen corn chowder. So look for that tomorrow or Monday. So have a good evening and a good weekend.